Hello everyone. Welcome to this video on understanding machine learning by PamTen. Now we'll start off by looking at how is it that humans actually learn. So we learn by instruction. So as kids, we were told, hey, 2 plus 2 is 4. Similarly, we were maybe shown a picture of a cat or a picture of a dog and told that this is a cat or a dog. So what is happening over here? We were given instructions or we were told to follow some rules, and on the basis of that, we were learning. Similarly, we also learn by finding patterns. Again, as kids, we just looked at the faces of our parents and we understood that, hey, my mother has really long hair, she has a short nose, she has green eyes. And by these patterns, we were also learning. And then another way of learning is by just doing things. So if you were learning how to ride a bike, well, you just get on the bike and you learn how to balance it, how to maintain your speed, how to pedal properly. Here, what you do is you keep trying it, you make some mistakes, and you learn from those mistakes. So, these are the three main ways by which humans learn. Now, if I were to teach a machine how to learn, I'll do something similar. So, I'll give it some instructions and I'll tell the machine that, hey, if this is your input, this needs to be your output. Similarly, what I can do is I'll give this machine some patterns, and this machine will understand these items have similar patterns and these items do not have similar patterns. Again, maybe what I'll do is I'll take this machine and put this in an environment and I'll give this a task. And if the machine is able to do the task properly, I'll give it some reward points. And if it is not able to do it properly, I'll give it some penalty or a punishment. So this is how machine learning works. Now that we understand what machine learning is, let's look at the different types of machine learning. So first off, we have something called as a supervised learning. In supervised learning, what happens is we attach labels along with our data. So here, if I were to teach this machine on identifying these fruits, what I'll do is I'll feed this machine this apple and add the label apple. Similarly, I'll give this picture, add the label orange. I'll give this picture and add the label banana. And whenever this machine gets a picture of a new apple or a new orange, because it has learned through these labels, it will be able to identify the new image as the fruit category. And now in supervised learning, we have different types of algorithms. The first one is classification. And in classification, what we do is we try to find out the dependent variable on the basis of other factors, which are your independent variables. So here we have a very simple example. Now, if I had a bank and if I had to decide whether to give someone a loan or not, I would look at several factors. And here, two of those factors would be the person's age and the person's salary. So here I see that the person's age is 30. Okay, he's old enough. The person's salary is $5,000. Okay, seems like he earns decent. Now, if he were to ask me for a loan, I would look at these two factors and I would grant him loan. So here what I'm doing is I'm classifying this person as approved or not for a loan. Similarly, maybe if the person was underage, if this person was maybe 15 or 16 and he did not have a monthly salary, then I will not disperse the loan to this person. So this is how classification works. Now, one main classification algorithm which is used in a lot of areas is decision tree. So we'll look at an example of decision tree here. So if I were to be given a recommendation of a new movie, this is how the decision tree algorithm works. It'll start off by asking me a very simple question. Hey, do you like action movies? And if I say yes, it will give me a follow-up question. Okay, you like action movies. So do you like Iron Man? If I say yes, since Iron Man is a part of Marvel Universe, it will suggest me Avengers. Similarly, if my answer were no to if I like action movies, it will again ask me if I like horror movies. And if I said yes, it will give me a new recommendation of a movie. So this is how decision tree works, and this is a very important classification algorithm. Next up, we have something called as regression. Again, this is part of supervised learning. So in classification, what happens is your dependent variable was categorical in nature. But in regression, your categorical variable will be numerical in nature. Now, initially, when we looked at the age and monthly salary, we were just classifying whether to disburse the loan or not. Here with regression, what we are doing is on the basis of these two factors, we are determining the loan amount. So seems like the monthly salary is good enough and also this person is old enough. So I can give him a loan of $30,000. So here, your y variable or your dependent variable changes with respect to other factors. Now, if I were to change the monthly salary to maybe $2,000 and the age to 25, the loan amount would probably reduce from $30,000 to $20,000. Similarly, if I were to increase the monthly salary to $10,000, the loan amount could increase to maybe $70,000 or $80,000. So this is how regression works. Next up, we'll look at the next type of machine learning algorithm, which is unsupervised learning. When it came to supervised learning, what we did was we attached labels to our data. But in unsupervised learning, we do not have any data. So, how does the machine actually learn? Well, it learns by finding patterns. Similarly to humans, well, we look at images of different people and we know that, hey, this is Sam, hey, this is Annie. Similarly, what the machine will do is it will find similar patterns in the data and it will group these similar data items together. And one such important unsupervised learning algorithm is k-means clustering. So what this k-means clustering does is there is something called as intra-cluster similarity and inter-cluster dissimilarity. Now, here inside this cluster, this algorithm will try to make sure that all the data items are as similar as possible and all the items which are between two clusters. So, this is a different cluster and this is a different cluster. Now, this algorithm will try to make sure that these two items are as dissimilar as possible. So, this is a part of unsupervised learning where it does pattern matching. And how does it do it? Well, it groups similar items together and it basically moves or separates away the dissimilar items together. So this was your k-means clustering. Next up in unsupervised learning, we have something called as dimensionality reduction. So let's say you have a lot of Lego pieces with you, and if you wanted to build a simple tower, now you are not really sure which Lego piece to use, and you just have too many options with you, and you don't really need all of the pieces. So what dimensionality reduction does is it'll just choose the important pieces for you, or it'll just choose the important features for you, and on the basis of that, you will be able to provide a solution. So this is how dimensionality reduction works. So since we are in the age of big data and AI, the data generated will be huge. And we don't need all of that data. We just need some important features of that data. And this is where dimensionality reduction comes in and it extracts those important features and gives it to you. So we've looked at supervised learning and unsupervised learning. And then the last type of machine learning algorithm is reinforcement learning, where the machine actually learns by just doing things. So we have an agent and an environment, and this agent is just put in the environment and it is given a set of rules. And if this agent is able to follow those rules properly or it is able to accomplish those tasks properly, then this agent is given rewarded points, and similarly, if this agent does not do those tasks properly, it will be given a penalty. And the best real life example of reinforcement learning is a self driving car. So, folks, in this video, we understood what machine learning algorithm is, and then we looked at the different types of machine learning. So, thank you very much. And if you like this video, do hit the like button, share it with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel. Thank you.